Welcome back to Through the Portal. Today we're talking comic books and just lore and all the things we have going on right now for comics. And so hopefully you have by now read this first issue of our new comic book series, Cosmic Conquest, called Entropy's Orders. I'm just excited to get Kaio's art on the cover as the story on the inside. I don't know if you're like me, but everything he does, it just like the guy can't miss. I say every time he sends something that it can't possibly be better. And then I feel like it keeps getting better. And I've already seen the stuff he did for the next 8 comic books, as well as set 7 cards and everything else. And I'm like, guy's insane.
He just keeps leveling up.
He's insane. I wasn't even planning on talking about that, but I literally look at the cover and I'm like,
he's good.
It's nuts. The guy is so talented.
And he's great to work with. So can't say enough good things about him.
Yes, one of the best people to work with, of not just artists, but of anything we work with across the board. Our art team, we kind of had wide net, and we've slowly just narrowed and really honed in the style. And it's all people we really like working with too. So it really is good on the art front. But I was here to talk about comic books. And so hopefully, they go together. But we hope you've read this one by now. If you haven't, you need to get it. Depending on your region, available in different locations. We've got 4 different partners between Team Covenant, Toy Shogun, Fluke and Box, and Leaky Teacup. So depending on where you live, you can get that. Also, by now, Echoes of Eternity has released. And so you've probably seen the artwork, if you've read this, from the comics directly on the cards. So I just grabbed a couple here, but this is the legendary Overwhelming Burst, depending on my lighting. There you go. Line it up straight on top of the page. You flip just one page over and you get the Thregor legendary as well, which I think is cool. Really,
I like the comic art a lot.
Just tying them together, and as always, we hear and see the feedback, and I agree. There's a couple cards and Echoes that the word bubbles are distracting or too much behind it, and didn't get enough shadow. And we've got a different graphic designer and graphic design approach and things to the 7th set, different than the 6th. It'll be very similar, but I think it looks
great. I almost said the name of the set thinking that we've announced it. So
bonk. Like, this guy's always trying to tell you more than you know. But so that's out. If you haven't yet, get it. Yes, I want you to get it and read it, but there's 8 issues coming. This is the first one. And if you at all enjoy Alpha Clash, the lore, the novels, like I know a lot of you have read the novel. I know how many people have you got novels, and that continues to sell on Amazon and in the audiobook. And that's actually doing really well for us. A lot of people are picking up the audiobook, which is great. But this sets the stage for everything in the novel. Yes. You need to know the story of this comic series.
Yeah.
So
this prequel, we chose this point in time for a reason. And so it's a crazy story arc. I mean, across the 8 issues,
it's nuts.
It's a wild ride. So
I've read the 8th one recently, and buckle up.
Yeah,
it's great.
AJ is great. He's a great storyteller.
And we'll talk more about his storytelling, but I think he was a really good writer when we started with The Awakening. But as he's continued to write more, and recently in this year, partnering with Mark Waid and getting mentored by him and getting feedback and regular meetings, and I feel like he went from great to really great,
really good.
I feel like it's really leveled up with stuff that's coming down the pipeline, and so we're excited to get the rest of this series out. That whole series with Mark Waid we'll touch base on. More novels that could be in the works, and all sorts of things. So I can't wait to tell more of this story.
So the good news is that issue 2, which is Death at Death's Door, is releasing this month. So depending on your region, it may release, on a certain week.
Basically over the next 2 to 3 weeks, all the regions will have this out.
But just awesome, continues the story, starts to, raise the stakes. And then what's really cool is, if you've seen it, well, hopefully you've seen it. One of the iconics in Echoes of Eternity is one of the Shadow Blades, and
Sure,
so
we've
also
got
a
some
cover.
glare there on both of those.
Right, yeah.
the-
But looks just amazing. So was one of the covers. Don't miss out on that. Also, the
Also, might
exclusive
happen
promo.
to be tripled up there. We got the,
That's right.
the box, the card, and comic.
And your exclusive promo cards that come with it that you get early when you get the comic book. So,
Yeah. So that one was the Shadow Blade, and this one is Chaos Ensues.
Yep. And then again, region specific on those. So don't miss out on that. And then the new series, which is crazy. It's happening.
Do you want to do a spoiler for this series first?
Can we?
I don't know.
I almost said, well, I almost said Booster Set 7's name.
Yep.
Got kind of slapped on the hand. So maybe issue 3?
Issue 3, I think we should show you the cover of the 3rd issue as well as the title
Of Cosmic Conquest.
Of Cosmic Conquest, and that's right there. What do you think about that?
Pretty cool.
I think
Also
it's cool.
in tandem.
Also, spoiler, Ridge was already kind of showing it off on the table. So, again, it was like, just, I love that art. I recently put that on a playmat and a tumbler, and it is out of this world.
Yeah,
Quality,
incredible.
how cool that looks when it's printed. But
Yeah.
so that's coming. All 8 issues are already written. The first 5 are already printed. And next ones are getting ready to go to print, and it's awesome. So
Yes.
I like our stuff.
We'll give over time updates on when they are releasing. But yeah, they're going to be at a good cadence that should, keep you on edge wanting that next one.
The goal is at least every other month we would have it out to where we want you to get more story. We want you to get it quickly, but we can't give it to you too quickly.
We also don't want to spoil
Yeah.
too much either from the story on the
7th
cards
or the
or
8th set.
from the cards
vice
to the
versa.
story. We want it to try to line up, and they'll be almost perfect. So we'll see.
Yeah, if we can hit that cadence of every 1 to 2 months on comic releases, so we give some breathing room for you to get the story and read it and enjoy it and have you wanting more for that next one, without also turning it into a weekly subscription for you on Off Clash Comics. So that's all coming. We're super excited about that series. Going to be ongoing through this year, through a lot of next year, to get that all out to you. Releasing alongside the 6th, 7th, and 8th sets, all of the Cosmic block.
Yes. And then we've got Rising Empires. So what's really cool about the name of that, if you don't know, Rising Empire Studios is the name of our studio, but that wasn't even the influence. Kind of part of the story and how it all works out. It kind of just fell into place as a very fitting name.
Rising Empires is fitting of the story that's taking place in the collaboration series upcoming between Mark Waid, AJ Light, Rising Empire Studios. If you don't know Mark Waid, you're probably not into comics. But if you're into comics, you probably know Mark Waid. He is one of the few biggest names in the entire world for the comic industry. The guy's done
For writers.
Yeah, for writers. He's done over 2,000 some titles already for Marvel and DC, as well as some of the biggest independent comics. He did Kingdom Come, which was one of the biggest crowdfunded comic book series.
Well, that was just like almost like a documentary style,
Right.
Because that's from the 90s, and that's Alex Ross. Every single panel is like a masterpiece.
Yep.
And so that is one of the most prolific, well-known comic series just in general.
Yeah, so Kingdom Come, he also did Superman, Birthright, a lot of Superman stuff, Batman vs. Superman, all sorts of DC stuff, The Flash,
Captain America,
Captain America, Fantastic Four, Daredevil, Spider-Man, whatever. As you kind of look through his catalog, he has done almost every major title. And a lot of the movies and the TV series that are out and have been out are based on his writings.
Based or inspired, or sometimes they blend some of the stories and stuff.
Yeah, but some of his story arcs and things he came up with have made it directly onto screen.
Yeah,
and so
he's been awesome to work with. We even had him at our booth at LA Comic Con. And it was great just to see the fans flocking, bringing, all of his old comics, having him sign them. That was a really cool experience.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a nice guy and was gracious enough to stop by LA Comic Con and meet all the fans for a couple hours. And it was fun just to walk around because he's just sitting in our booth and sitting at a chair with a little thing. And him and AJ were signing photos of a comic cover for our upcoming series and just talking to fans. And we would walk around. There was probably 20 comic shops in the main hall, and we would just go through the booth and be like, I see you're picking up some comics there. Looks like you got a Mark Waid issue, and he's sitting over here if you want him to sign it. And like people were like, seriously?
Yeah.
How much does that cost? It's like nothing.
Come on over
to our booth and meet him. And it was cool to see him interacting with fans. And I remember the one kid walking up in a full Superman costume with his cosplay with a Superman backpack and all of his stuff, and having Mark sign his backpack and talk to him about Superman and all that. It was cool. So,
oh yeah,
really prominent figure and a polarizing figure as well. And so a lot of people know him for all that stuff. So
yeah,
it was great.
Yeah. And so if you haven't done it yet, go to our new Kickstarter page. We'll announce when it's going to launch, but that's coming. It's called Rising Empires.
We haven't really promoted it yet. And so there's
we just kind of said it's coming.
We just kind of loaded the preview page. So right now all you can do is go in, you can read a short 2-paragraph thing, a little bit about the series. It takes place 5 years after the Awakening novel, introduces you to some returning characters.
Yeah.
But also a lot of new characters. And so it's going to give us not only story directionally wise, but maybe gameplay wise, entire new timeline and characters.
And I would say the story is a slightly different feel from just like the Awakening, the modern day, I don't know, almost like sci-fi superhero genre. It feels a little sci-fi thriller, superpowered story. So it's interesting. It's different.
It's almost like an eerie thriller superhero blended. It's really smart.
Yeah, it's cool.
Well done.
Yeah,
by those guys.
Seeing the scripts, just unique characters, some that people will recognize, and just the storyline, how it's going to play out. It's really exciting.
Just talking Mark Waid and talking about how AJ's been leveling up his game. It was cool just to hear them talking and doing all these meetings together. And AJ's like, I had this idea for this, and what if when this scene happens, this person says this, and to hear Mark be like, that's really smart. Like, that's cool. Like, whatever,
Or, these people have these powers. Like, that's really unique. I haven't seen that before, which is pretty crazy for someone like Mark to say that.
Yeah.
So just things like that behind
Mark
the scenes.
also has answers for a lot of things,
Oh, yeah. He's a great problem solver and stories and all that. So, and even just hearing him writing about other stories and how he had to solve problems that, how
just
his story.
Hearing his stories about all the, this one comic, this, and I wanted to use this character and I couldn't, and we had to use these, and here's how I overcame it, and this was the creative thing that we did. And it's like, that's just one. It's just as a fan of comics and stuff, was like
just good storytelling
to listen to, but also you just see the wisdom and like how much experience somebody has in the industry that's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, you can just see that the skill level. Yeah,
it's just he's knows what he's doing.
Yep.
So Cosmic Conquest ongoing issue 2 coming out over the next couple weeks. Depending on when you're watching this, it might already be out. Issue 3, we've shown you the cover. That is coming out. Excited for that.
Stay tuned for the promo card.
We'll show you the promo cards yet to come.
With our regional partners.
Rising Empires will be going to Kickstarter. The first 3 issues will go up together. So it'll be 3 comic books. That'll all be in one campaign. We'll have a couple different options for you to just pick up the comic. There'll be some variant covers. There'll be a few extras and things that are on it. And we know that a lot of you watching this will be excited to go pick up the story and, see the collaboration with Mark Waid. We also know a lot of Mark's fans and just general comic people are going to be experiencing Alpha Clash for the first time as well. So that'll be really cool just to get new people reading the story and getting them into the fold. And so if you haven't yet make sure you've got these, got your subscription, got your pre-purchase, got your whatever you need from different partner. Go to Kickstarter and Alpha Clash Rising Empires and just follow the page. Not only so you're notified, but we're about to start advertising for that and pushing it. And we know the more followers you have, the more interest that new people who come to the page. There's a big difference if you come to a page and there's 5 people following it versus 500, right? So go out, help people get excited about it, let them know that you're looking forward to it. Follow that page. We'll have a whole bunch more about that soon. So we'll be able to tell you more, show you more sneak peeks and more of the story. There is also a VIP for that. So you've probably seen us do VIPs in the past where you get a promo card or a miniature or whatever. On this one, we've got some unique stuff that we're going to do. And so if you see the VIP, which we can drop links, but it's $1 to become a VIP, what you get with it is you'll get early access. So you'll actually get some pages of the first comic early before anybody else. So you can start reading the story and have first access. You'll also get, they call them an ash can, kind of like a version of the whole thing where you're going to get behind the scenes thoughts and commentary and things from Mark Waid and AJ Light. You'll also get some concept art and sketches and scripts and kind of a making of it. You'll be able to get all that as well. And then, I like getting all that stuff, but what I think is another cool piece of it is you're going to get your name on a credits page of the first issue of this new series. And so, I mean, if you're a comic fan, to get your name on the credits with Mark and AJ and everybody and just be a piece of this first issue of hopefully a big new series we have coming out, all that for $1 just for signing up. You sign up, you become a VIP for $1, and as long as you back the campaign at any level, you get all that stuff extra. So if you're planning on picking up the story, the extra $1, hopefully you're going to want to do that. And so reserve your spot. You'll probably start seeing some advertisements go out on Meta and different places, but we can drop that link. We'll do it in the Discords and socials and stuff so that our own people can find it easily as well. But a lot of story left to tell, a ton of comics coming out, 8 in this, 6 in the next one for sure, maybe more. Novels on the horizon. Everybody always asks when that's coming, and it's coming. They're all outlined.
I know what happens if that makes you feel better. I know what happens in the next couple of novels.
Yep. So comics are taking the forefront for a period of time because we need to get 14 issues ahead on comics right now so that we have all the artwork and the story and all the stuff for the card game and the other stuff we're working on while those novels are being created. So it is coming. But right now, go, if you've already read it, listen to it, which
honestly, the audiobook is awesome. So
it is. I've listened to it multiple times.
Yeah, even if you have read the book, it's worth getting the audiobook just because it just feels different.
Yeah. Yeah. There might even be plans to resume and finish Torque Therapy series as well in the future. So that would be, everyone always asks what happens at the end after that last little cutscene. So
yeah,
a lot of things in the works on the story front. Lastly, if you've made it this far in the video, by the time this goes out, it should be about the end of our Spotlight Week with XP Network. And so if you don't know, XP Network is a new partner of ours. It is an entire ecosystem for players, collectors, stores, publishers, organizers, tournaments, all sorts of things in one spot. We're one of the core founding members and partners of XP Network. You're going to see major publishers and games across tabletop games, video games, all sorts of stuff, everything name brand stuff coming onto the site. You're probably going to start using it for multiple games that you play, I would guess, very soon. This is your chance to get on it early and get extra cool stuff. You earn XP, then you spend it in the thing to get stuff. And one of the things you can get potentially at the end after this week soon would be this serialized 1 of 100 promo card. It's an alternate art, foil, UV textured, death's door stamped. It also has the XP Network logo. It'll be autographed as well and serialized, like I said, out of 100. And so this will only be available for you to pick up if you have some XP in your account and you have an account. So go to xpnetwork.com, create an account. After you've created the account, make sure you go favorite Rising Empire Studios. You'll get some XP credit to your account just for creating an account and favoriting and doing those sorts of things. And if you've been following along this week, you're earning XP to make this an easy pickup for you. This will be up sometime in the next few weeks. It won't be immediately at the end of this week, but if you don't have XP, you will not have access to this. It won't even show up as available.
Yep.
Yes, we'll have tournaments. Yes, we'll have all kinds of stuff, but it is more than a tournament site. So if you are in the Alpha Clash world at all, go create an account.
If you're in the gaming world.
If you're in the gaming world, you're going to want to be on it once you see all the stuff that you're on it. Might as well get cool rewards for playing games. So
comics, XP Network, Mark Waid. That's about it for today.
That's all. We're coming up. Hope to see a lot of you guys in Nashville in the next couple weeks. Hope you're picking up the comics. Follow the Kickstarter page. Join XP Network. Stay tuned. All things Alpha Clash. Thanks for joining us.